Hello friends, and welcome back to my crafty space. My name is Crystal, and in today's video, I am going to be working on Project Life 2021 Week 20. So this would have been in the month of May, and I'm going to be using the Paper Person new episode kit in order to create my spread for this week. I've already gone ahead and printed off my photos and my journaling. I'm just going to get everything set out here on my desk and then go ahead and get to work with embellishing and finishing off everything that I need to make this spread complete. So while I do that, I will put you on fast forward, and then once I have everything done, we'll slow back down to finish up the video for today. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So to start out for my spread today, I'm going to set aside my cutting board there. It just is a little bit too small for my space and gets in the way. So I like to set that to the side when I'm working on my Project Life spread. And then I'm going to put out all of my cards and my photos in the order that I am planning for them to go in, which for the most part, where they are right now is where they're going to stay. I think that I'm going to actually rearrange two of them, but otherwise, everything is where I like it to go. So I've got two cards that you can see there with my journaling on it. One is actually on the card itself, and the other one is on a piece of plain white cardstock that I'm going to cut down and add to one of the pattern pieces. So the pattern will be a border around the outside of my journaling. I also really liked the way that this sentiment, it says 2021 spring, welcome to a new season. I really liked the way that the teal went with the leafy blue and greens card up at the top. So what I decided to do was to go ahead and trim it to where there's just the sentiment there. I grabbed my corner rounder punch, went ahead and rounded out the corners, and then that is what I'm going to put in the middle of the floral card there. I guess it's kind of a leafy floral card. But I did that because it's going to create sort of a secondary title piece, and I think it's fun. So a nice fun filler and a way to use both of those cards in one go. And then there's where you can see that I went ahead and cut down my journaling card a little bit more so that the blue on blue diagonal stripe can back it up, which was, I believe, one of the pattern papers. And so one side was the blue on blue stripe and the other side was like a pink speckled with a bunch of different other colors. And I liked for this spread to mostly be the blues and the teals. So then I did go ahead and rearrange two of the cards there. One says Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all the way to Sunday. And the other one is kind of like, to me, they look kind of like feathers, or they could be leaves, either one. And I like the way that the darker blue label fits on the 3x4 pattern card, and then I can go ahead and date stamp on there to create my actual title card. So for my 2021 Project Life album, I am not designating what the weeks are. I am just simply date stamping them for the week. So aside from saying it at the beginning, like I believe that this is week 20, if I remember right, and putting it on my thumbnail for my video. Other than that, I don't really designate the week. I decided to do that this year because I don't necessarily, like if there are more days at the end of the year, I don't do 53 weeks. I just lump it all into the 52 weeks. And so this was just an easier way to say, you know what, this is just going to be from this date to this date. And that'll be carried through my whole album. So far I'm really enjoying the way that that's coming together for me. So now that I've got the date stamping done, I'm just going ahead and adhering everything down. I have this foam core board right here in the middle. It's actually the Stamper's Secret Weapon from Sizzix, which doesn't exist, or the product doesn't exist through Sizzix anymore. I believe you can still get them with other companies, or there might be other brands that do the same type of thing. But it's basically a mat that helps you get better impressions with your stamping. One of the things that I like to do with it, though, is to use it as a secondary surface. So I can place it down on top of my spread, and I know that, you know, underneath everything's fine and protected. So when I am adhering things down or cutting or stamping or that sort of thing, I have a layer of protection between the things that I'm working on and my actual remaining spread pieces underneath. So that's why you see me just adding my adhesive on top of this mat and then putting those on the photos. And then once I have everything adhered down, I'll put the foam board back and then we'll just work on the rest of the spread. For this card here, it says, "You love to see it." And I also had one little piece left of the transparency that came in the new episode kit. It was actually from the Buenos Dias collection from, I don't know if that was crepe paper or if it was Pink Fresh Studio or who it was from, but it's from an actual traditional scrapbook collection. I'll make sure to link everything down below for you guys in case you're looking for any of it. But I had one little piece left, and so I cut it down into a 3x4 and layered it on top of the card and then just stapled it with my tiny attacher. So that gives that card a little bit of extra decoration. It makes it look like it's got confetti all over it when really the card underneath doesn't. So, you know, bonus points for adding some of that on there to give this page a little bit more decoration. And then the last thing I'm going to do is lightly embellish some of the cards in the photos. So I've got these puffy heart stickers from Ellie's Studio. I'm going to use the blue and the pinks. I think that might be, and maybe the teals, blue, pink, and teal, to bring in the blue, pink, and teal colors from the kit as well. And then I will also bring out a couple of label stickers here to serve as like a home base for where I'm putting some of those embellishment clusters. In addition to, you can see on the right side of my screen there is a set of pink tiny phrase stickers. I'm going to pull them out actually right now from Studio Calico. They're an older sheet that I got from a friend. So, but ironically, a lot of them are watch themed, like watching things or TV themed. So I thought that that was kind of funny that they matched with this kit so well and actually had a lot of the same thematic sentiments in there as well. So those are the embellishments that I'm going to use, basically just adding a couple of hearts, a couple of phrase stickers here and there, and some label stickers as well. While I'm working on embellishing, let me tell you a little bit about this week. So this week was the official listing week of our house. So the picture in the upper left-hand corner there is a picture of me and Aaron in the living room, like celebrating that our house was ready. So that was actually a Monday, and later that day we had our photographer come and take pictures of our home for the listing. And then Monday was also my husband's birthday. So after the photographer was done, we went down to Ann Arbor where we both met. Actually, we're both U of M alumni, so Ann Arbor has a special place in our heart. So we drove down to Ann Arbor, which is like about a half an hour for us, and went to a couple places in town, went to a bookstore, and then went out for some margaritas and chips. And I've got some pictures of all of that in the bottom part of the spread as well, just designating that we celebrated Aaron's birthday, just the two of us. We actually went over to my brother-in-law and sister-in-law's house that night and had dinner with them and dessert with them. But for whatever reason, I didn't get any pictures. So, you know, shame on me. That it does happen. It does happen every once in a while. I think because we had just done so much with our house and working on the house that we were just exhausted and not in the mood for taking a bunch of pictures. But I do have some. So those are the ones that you can see there. Well, you know, when my mat is not entirely in the way, you can see it underneath there. Then I've got a picture of the house with the for sale sign in front of it, which I thought was a really fun picture to have. And I did some journaling about the story about getting it ready and then, you know, the photographer coming and then going down to Ann Arbor. On the right side of my spread, I've got some stories about staying with my parents because we stayed with them for the first weekend of our house being listed, figuring that we would probably have people who would want to come see it immediately for showings. And then we also had an open house that Saturday. So it just was easier for us to go and stay with them for the week so that our house could remain nice and clean with none of us being in it. And then, while we were at my parents', the kids like had a day where they played with mud and made a bunch of mud pies. So that's one of the pictures there. Another one where we actually went and got Jonah an upgraded bike for the summer, which is still like slightly too big for him, which is why you can see my dad pulling him along while he's got his feet up on the handlebars, which is just kind of funny and ironic. And then on Saturday, we went down to my cousin's house for their grand opening of their pool. for the summer. They've had a pool for multiple summers, but they always do pool parties, and that was the first one of the year. So it was really fun to get there and get everybody in the pool, and super glad that Jonah enjoyed it because last year he hated pools. This year, apparently now, he totally loves them. All right, friends, that completes my week of project life for today. This one turned out so fun. I really loved layering these two cards and making my own title card there. And then just playing with those blues and pinks and teals together. I love the color combination and the way that it worked with all of my photos from this week. I hope that you enjoyed seeing this spread come together. And if you did, I would love a thumbs up down below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button while you're there so you can see all of my future crafty videos. And if you want to see even more videos than I have here on YouTube, also go and check out my link to Patreon down in the description box below, because that is a place where I share regular exclusive videos that include more project life and then also lots of other types of layouts as well. All right, friends, well, I will be back later this week with some more layouts and process videos to share with you. Until then, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye, friends.